Good morning, dear students. You are welcome for another lesson. I hope you have been working. Our last exercise, our last work, our last lesson, we were talking on exercise as a physical activity. And I was challenging you to come out with some points to note or to advise. What will you tell somebody who finds sports as a problem? Who say he doesn't feel like doing sports? I discovered that some of you could come out with some points and they were good. You advise the person to always do sport in order to cut down fat, in order to be smart, to be flex, in order to be able to avoid problems. We saw a situation where if you are falling because of your smart body, you may get up. If you are at risk, you are open to risk, you may try to overcome the risk, the resistance, because your body is flex. You are smart. I will also say it gives a good body shape. I like the way some of you gave your points. Today, we'll be looking at other aspects, like rest. We'll be looking at rest. And when we say rest, what can we say? What is rest? Yes, can somebody try? What is rest? We listen? Yes. Somebody saying rest is that time of relaxation. That when you are resting, you are relaxing. That is true. Here we'll see the different ways of rest, the different types of rest. Which are the various ways you can put yourself at rest? Can we find them? Which are some of the ways you can put yourself at rest? Maybe after doing an activity, when you come back from school, can somebody tell me when you come back from school and you are tired, how do you rest? Yes? Somebody say he gets to sleep. Yes? Somebody say he just watch a good movie. Yes? Somebody say he just sit on a chair and is thinking of how the school day was. Those are various ways of rest. We'll add to sitting and sleeping. We'll talk of siesting. It is just rest that you are doing nothing. You are just trying to get in some fresh air. You are just trying to sit. You are not stressing yourself by getting one or two things. These are the various types of rest. We'll get more. And then, when we get to sleep, we'll see what sleeping actually means. When you say you are sleeping, what does it mean? And we'll get into hours of sleep. That at this your age, how many hours do you need to sleep? Do you actually use the hours? And you will try to ask yourself, if I don't use these hours, what is causing me not to use these hours? Which means each age group has a time, the number of hours that you are supposed to sleep. We look at the importance of rest itself, the importance of sleep, and then we'll see an aspect, which is recreation. What is recreation? When you say recreation, you recreate. Can somebody give us what recreation is? Yes? Somebody's thinking of creating something. It might not necessarily be creating something. It could still be creating something. But you discover that recreation here will talk of doing something that is not your usual task, your usual work. You are doing something out of your normal work. For example, you are a student. Can someone tell me which are other things that when you get home, you are doing? Which are other things that when you get home, you are doing at home? Yes, somebody said that he has a small garden. That is recreation. You take care of that garden when you get to school, which means your main activity is school. But when you get home, you know there's a garden that you water, you go there, they are cooking food, you go and get spices. That is aspect of recreation. Any other aspect of recreation? Yes, somebody said he gets to music. He even tried to sing music. So these are recreation. So recreation here, you discover that when you are singing music, when you are able to do garden work, some people even go into craft, try to make artwork. This is recreation, and you discover that with all of this, it leads you to creativity. So what do I expect of you at the end of this? You should be able to come out clearly with what rest is. Different types of rest, the importance of rest and sleep, and the importance of recreation to your life and the community in which you live in. As we get to our chart to have more. Okay, from our chart here, we look at rest. And we say it's an act of relaxation that occurs after a physical activity. So it means after you do sports, you do games, you get to the farm, you are back from school, you are tired and you need rest. And the different types of rest here, we have sitting. You just sit. Siesting. You could be lying on the bed but not sleeping. And you are just like recalling things. Siesting. It's a way of rest too. Then sleeping itself is when you get unconscious. The consciousness is lost. And you find out with sleeping, you are not again reacting to external changes around you. And with the importance of rest, we said it relaxes parts of the body that are overworked. It helps to prevent fatigue. It relaxes the brain and muscles. It relieves the body from stress. When you do an activity, you discover that the brain is worked, the muscles are worked, you feel tired, you are stressful. When you rest, it relieves you from all of this. Because take note, when you work with the brain, like in school, that's why in school, you always have break, a short break or lunch break, so that you can relax the mind. The brain needs to be relaxed in order to prepare you for the next day. Then sleep. It is a natural state of rest for the mind and the body. We say it's natural. It comes natural. You bear with me that there are certain moments that you want to sleep but it's not coming. You are forcing to sleep but it's not coming. At times when it comes, you don't even know when it has come. That's why we say it's natural. During sleep, the eyes are closed and consciousness is completely or partially lost. It means you are not conscious again. You don't know what is happening. You just know that you are sleeping. You cannot tell. A good sleep takes place in a fresh, quiet, comfortable, and well-ventilated rooms. Very important. You cannot sleep when the environment is noisy. You find that the sleep will not come. At times when places are very hot, like we have been experiencing this time, do you sleep? Somebody will say no. What do you adapt? Somebody say, I will remove my dresses. I remove my dresses. I try to put off in order to get in some air, fresh air. That's what we are talking of, ventilated rooms, so that it gives you fresh air and you get to sleep. The table here gives us the hours of sleep based on age of an individual. Very important table to study and to ask yourself, where do I fall? For infants, we are talking of 0 to 5 years. They need 16 hours of sleep. For children, 5 to 14 years, they need 12 hours of sleep. Young adults, 14 to 20 years, 10 hours. Adults above 20 years, 7 hours. The old, 70 years and above, 6 hours. We are just talking about 6 hours of sleep, but they need much rest. Take note that at old age, your activities are reduced. You don't carry out more activities. If we look at this table, can somebody tell me where he or she falls? The age range. Yes. Which range? 5 to 14 years. Somebody say he's falling at this range, 5 to 14 years. He's falling at the range 5 to 14 years. Therefore, you need 12 hours of sleep. Can you tell us whether you actually use these hours to sleep? Yes? He says no. Then can you give us some of the reasons? Can you give us some of the reasons? What makes you not to use these hours to sleep? Yes? Yes. He says when he gets tired, he can get watching a movie that could take him late in the night. He could wait to get or to watch news. Yes? What again? Yes, can we listen? Some of the ideas what could cause him not to sleep for these 12 hours. Yes? He's saying that to sleep for these 12 hours, it means you can use some of the hours during the day. Because if we look at the night, these 12 hours cannot come during the night. To say you are to start sleeping from 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, you discover that the 12 hours cannot come. It means you have to also sleep during the day. You have to rest and take some sleeping hours during the day. So, why is it that during the day, you cannot even have an hour or two to sleep when you get back from school? Yes? We listen to the person, he says when he get back from school at times, he even gets into playing with the friends in the quarter. If you discover that in school you were overworked, and back home, instead of you resting to sleep, you are again playing. At the end, your body is stressed, the body is overworked. So you need some hours to sleep during the day. Then we continue. As we mentioned sleep, we look at the importance of sleep. Here we say it helps to relax the brain and enables it to work well. So you have to take note that giving some time during the day to sleep is very necessary at this your age. It's very, very necessary. I'm saying this because some of you don't even have time to sleep. You get home, you are just playing, you continue playing. And you get to the bed, or you get in the evening, you are tired, you get to bed, and that's why some of you even come late to school. Because at times you even get to bed late, and then you get up late, and you find yourself. So you have to program yourself, give yourself good sleeping time. Rest is very important for you to succeed in life and as a student. It helps in repair of damaged body tissues. Sleep helps those depressed or feeling tense to recover. We say it is a therapy. Okay, we talked of repair damaged body tissues. You will discover that when you are sick and you are taking drugs, when you are sick and taking drugs, most of the time that the drugs work well in your system is when you are sleeping. And in the course of drugs working in your system, they are able to heal you, they are able to repair, they are able to build back. But despite being sick in normal condition, when you walk during the day, you discover that your cells are working, the tissues are working, the organs are working. Some might be breaking out, some might be warning out. When this happens, you will not know, but the system is aware. And it's only during rest, during sleep, that some of these tissues are built back. Some of these tissues are repaired, some are replaced. Then you will find that if we say it is a therapy, it's because it's a form of healing. It's a form of, it's like a solution. Imagine somebody who is so tense. Somebody does something to you and you get very angry. At times that anger only gets off from you when you get to sleep. When you get to sleep, you find that the anger goes off. So that's what we said. It helps those depressed or feeling tense to recover. You go to sleep and it's like it is forgotten. And you try to recover from that anger. So it is very, very necessary. Then we have, it helps to relax the muscles. When you walk during the day, the muscles are overworked. These muscles too, they get tired and they need energy. So you also have to sleep in order to let the muscles rest. Then recreation. We say it is doing an activity that is different from your usual work. It is mostly done for leisure. Examples of recreation include games, gardening, painting, sightseeing, music, computing, works of arts. These are some recreational activities that you can get into. Take note that all of this is for leisure. It means it also helps you to relax. You just get somewhere because you want to see a certain place. You hear that there's a fish pond this way, sightseeing, just to see that this is how this place is. Like I mentioned, gardening. Some people just go for games. You just say, let me go and watch the game. That is still an aspect of recreation. Somebody say, let me try to play music. You have a guitar in the house, you have a piano. You find that you are doing that, and in the course of that, you are also learning. Take note that this activity does not stress you that much. It just helps you equally to relax. Take note, to have some leisure, to have some pleasure. It's just for leisure, it's just for pleasure. Then we have this assignment that you have to continue here with recreation. You should state some importance of recreation to your life. What are some of the importance of recreation to your life? Imagine that you are doing all of this: games, gardening, painting, sightseeing, music, computing, works of arts. What are some of the importance you have to that this recreation can give to your life? Oh, dear students, thank you for being there. Thank you because you are there and you are working. We are happy that you are working. And I wish that everybody should be online to be able to continue with this program. Note that we have just continued with the program. And as we get back, we'll just evaluate. So if anybody is not part of this, he is missing. He will have himself or herself to blame. So today we have had the activities on the physical and social health, which has to do with rest, sleep, and recreation. Take note, make sure that the assignment is done. In the next class, you'll be able to have some questions that you answer as evaluation in order to be marked. So thank you. Have a nice day.